Hello guys. I hope everyone is doing good and fine. Today, let's discuss something about dynamic programming. This is part two of our dynamic programming video series. And before I start this session, I want to lay some importance on few points. Okay. So, the most important thing which I want to let you guys know is that. Always remember one thing, that solution is not important, but knowing how to reach the solution is important. Okay, get this thing in your head, guys. Solution is not important, knowing how to reach the solution is important. Talking about thinking skills, that this is the guys thinking skills. Okay, so this is the skill which is mainly ignored by students and people while preparing for DSA. Okay, so all they focus on, or I can say like most of the people, and most of the people even teaching DSA on YouTube, etc., all they focus on are two things. What mostly people focus on: number one is the question, and number two is the solution. Okay, everybody is just focusing on the question, and then they present you the solution. But I think there are few very crucial and important things which people are missing out. Okay, so what things should people focus on, or what are the important things which we should focus on apart from the question and solution? Point number one: you should know, you should focus on how to think and know what is the process to get to the solution. Know how to get the insights from the question, and how to take the important observations from the question, and then how to think and what patterns to follow in general to reach to a solution. Okay, so these are the things which are most important, and all these things come under thinking skills, guys. Okay, that's why I was telling that no, solution is not important, knowing how to reach the solution is important. Because once guys know how to reach the solution, then you will be able to solve any problem which you have not seen before, any DP problem which you have not seen before. You will be able to give your best shot to it, because now you are not memorizing the solutions. Okay, you now even know how to reach to the solutions. Okay, guys, so not just DP. These thinking skills, improvement of thinking skills, will help you overall in general problem solving, and as well as in all topics of DSA. So this was the important thing that I wanted to put my importance on. So I hope these two things are clear to everyone. Okay, yeah. And guys, whoever is watching this part 2 video, I request them to also go through the part 1 video of my dynamic programming series. So this video is very important for the introduction, and so the flow and momentum stays. And also, the beginners should get all the prerequisites. So I recommend you guys to watch the part 1 of the video before watching the part 2. So I hope these things are clear, and also all the dynamic programming tutorials I have in written format on my website. So I will mention its link as well in the description box below. So in this part 2 of our video, what we are going to do, guys, is we are going to solve a DP problem, but our main focus will be on the thinking skills, guys. Okay, our main focus will be on enhancing our thinking skills. So we will be focusing not more on the solution, but more on the process of getting to the solution, guys. So in the last video, as I said, whenever you are solving a DP problem, what are the general steps to follow while solving a DP problem? Step number one is create an empty DP array of size n. Okay, whatever n is given in the question or the problem to you, just create a DP array for that. Okay, as we are beginner, we will only be discussing one dimensional DP problems. That's why I've written DP array. Okay, in future you guys might need 2D DP arrays, 3D DP arrays. That depends on the need of the problem, guys, need of the hour. So in general, what you guys need to do is create an empty DP array of size n. Then the step number two, always remember the steps. Okay, these makes things easy. Okay, the step number two is find dp1, dp2, and dp3. Okay, for these small values like 1, 2, 3, to try to calculate the values of dp for these small indices just by your basic observations. Okay, you don't need to do anything much, just use your basic observations and try to calculate the values of dp of 1, dp of 2, dp of 3. Okay, this step is really important because this helps help you guys to like get a basic understanding of the problem. Okay, and also helps us with the base cases. So always do this step. Step number 2, find the value of dp1, dp2, dp3 by basic observations. Now comes the most important step, or say, okay, so not really the most important, but yeah, so not the most important. Okay, so the third step is create a general formula, guys. Okay, create a general formula. Say I have calculated dp of 1, then dp of 2, then dp of 3. Now while writing the value of dp of 4, I will try to create a general formula, guys. Okay, so step number 3 is to create a general formula. Okay, so step number 2, it was what? It was to calculate dp of 1, dp of 2, dp of 3 by basic observations. And step number 3 is to create a general formula. Once the general formula is created, we can calculate all the dp values from 1 till n using the loop and the general formula. Okay, guys, so this is step number 4. And step number 5, may we can write that dp of n in general is the final answer. But it can be anything. Okay, it can be any dp value which we need in the final answer, but in general dp of n should will be the final answer for you guys. Okay, guys, so the steps I will just revisit once again. Create an empty dp array of size n, find the values of dp1, dp2, dp3 by basic observations, create a general formula, then dp1, dp2, dp3 and dpn. Now we can calculate just using for or while loop and using the general formula. dp of n in general should be the final answer. Okay, so I hope these steps are really clear to you guys. And yeah, let's discuss an interesting problem today, guys. Okay, okay. So guys, say we are given an array. Okay, we are given an array 2, minus 3, 5, minus 8 and 7. The question is, find the maximum sum subset such that no two elements in this array are adjacent, guys. What they are trying to tell us that from this array you just have to choose any subset of numbers and no two numbers in that subset should be adjacent. For example, say I have an array like this. Okay, just taking a small example, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, something like this. So what can be the subset? There can be many subsets. Okay, there can be many subsets. So say 3 comma 4 is a subset, 3 comma 4 comma 5 is a subset, 3 comma 4 comma 6 is a subset. There can be many subsets, but what is the condition mentioned in the problem is that no two elements should be adjacent in the subset. Okay, so adjacent meaning, yeah, they should not be side by side to each other. Okay, guys, like if I take the subset 2 comma 3 from this array, this is not valid, this is incorrect, because 2 and 3 are adjacent to each other. But if I take the subset 2 comma 4, yes, this is valid. If I take the subset 2 comma 5, yes, this is valid. If I take the subset 2 comma 5 comma 6, there can be any number of elements in a subset, so don't worry about that. Is this valid, guys? Okay, 2 to 5 is not adjacent, good, but 5 to 6 is adjacent, so this is not valid. Not even a single pair of elements should be adjacent in a subset. Okay, guys, but yeah, if I take 2, 5, 7, then this is valid. Why? 2 and 5 not adjacent, good. 5 and 7 not adjacent, good. So basically our question is, choose a subset, like a valid subset. Choose a valid subset such that there are no adjacent elements, and among all these subsets choose the subset with maximum sum. Okay, guys, so there are two things which we need to keep in mind. Okay, what are those two things? The first thing is that we have to choose a subset whose sum is maximum. Okay, sum should be maximum and no two elements should be adjacent. So I hope, guys, the question is clear to you. So, what was our first step? First step was to create a DP array of size n. So, say we have a DP. Here n is what? 5. Array size of array is what? 5. So, say I have now DP array. Okay, I have a DP array and its size is 5, guys. Okay, its size is 5. The second step was what? To calculate DP of 1, DP of 2, and DP of 3 by basic observation. So, let's start calculating DP of 1, DP of 2, and DP of 3. Okay, So guys, what will be the value of dp of 1? Let's try to ponder, let's try to think bit here. What is the meaning of dp of 1? dp of 1 ka meaning matlab it means that best answer to the question if size of array was 1. Best answer to question if size of array was 1. If size of array was 1. So just forget the rest of the array, guys. Just imagine if you have only this much array. Then what would be the answer? What only one element you have in the array, guys. So what would be the answer? Only two, because there is only one element. So I would just select it as my subset. So dp of 1 ka answer would be what? 2. Okay, guys. dp of 1 ka answer would be what? 2. Now let's calculate, try to calculate the value of dp of 2, guys. dp of 2 ka meaning is what? Best answer to the question if size of array is 2, guys. Okay, so if size of array was 2, how would the array look? How would the array look, guys? Let's just think. If size of the array was 2, if size was 2, guys, if size was 2, the array would look like this: 2 and minus 3. What would be the best answer? What is the maximum sum subset in this array such that no two elements are adjacent? Obviously you can just select 2. This is the answer. If you select 3, this is not a good answer. Why? Because we want the maximum sum. 2 is surely much greater than minus 3, guys. So 3 cannot be the answer. And also you cannot select 2 and minus 3 because these both will be adjacent. So this is not allowed. Selecting minus 3 is also not allowed because this is a small number. We want bigger number. We want maximum sum, guys. Maximum sum. We need to select a subset from these two numbers such that the sum is maximum. So the only option you have is to select 2. Got it, guys? So if the size is 2, the answer will be what? 2. So dp of 2 is what? 2. So we have calculated dp of 1 and dp of 2 till now. Okay, guys. So dp of 2 is 2. Okay. Now you guys can take a pause and think about dp of 3. Okay. What? Okay, I will give some hints. dp of 3. First focus on the meaning of dp of 3. What is the meaning of dp of 3? Means what would be the best answer if array was only of size 3? Just this much array you have to look. Forget rest of the array. Just look at the first three numbers. What will be the answer? dp of 3 means answer for first three numbers. Got it, guys? एकदम सिंपल भाषा में बता रहा हूँ. dp of 3 का मतलब है कि स्टार्टिंग के जो तीन एलिमेंट्स है उनका आंसर. dp of 2 का मतलब है जो स्टार्टिंग में जो दो एलिमेंट्स है उनका आंसर. dp of 1 का मतलब है जो स्टार्टिंग का नंबर है उसके लिए क्या आंसर. ओके गाइस, so yeah, let's get back to our English mode. So what will be the answer for dp of 3, guys? 2 minus 3 and 5 is given to us. So let's think. Nothing is more important than thinking, guys. Nothing is more important. Thinking in the right direction. So we are given, guys, 2 minus 3 and 5. So what subset, what you will choose from this to get a maximum sum? Obviously, I will choose 2 plus 5. This is common sense because this will give me 7. No other choice will give me 7. Okay. If I choose minus 3, it's not good because it's not as large as 7. If I choose minus 5, that's also not good. Sorry. If I choose plus 5, just 5, that is also not good as 7. If I just choose 2, that is also not good. I can choose these both, guys. Okay, we can choose these both, guys. And these both are not adjacent as well. Okay. So yeah, and we can also not choose things like 2 and minus 3. Why? Because this is not allowed. These are adjacent. Also, you cannot choose minus 3 and 5. Why? Because these are adjacent, guys. These are adjacent. Adjacent things we cannot choose. Okay, guys. So the most important thing is that we wanted maximum sum subset. Okay, so if I choose 2 and 5, I will get the maximum sum. So dp of 3 is nothing but 7, guys. I hope this much is clear to everyone. Okay, dp of 3 is 7, guys. 7. Okay, guys. Now comes the step number. We found dp1 2 3 by basic observations. Now we have to create a general formula. So let's try to, guys, find dp of 4, and while trying to find dp of 4, let's create the general formula. Okay, guys. So what was our array? Let's just write that there. 2 minus 3 5 minus 8 7. Okay. Okay, so our array was 2 minus 3 5. Just a second, let me recheck. 2 minus 3 5 minus 8 and 7. Okay guys, minus 8 and 7. Okay, minus 8 and 7. So the best thing is you know dp of 1, huh? I'm assuming we now know. Okay, we have calculated. We know dp of 2 guys. We know dp of 3 as well guys. Such a good thing. Such a happy moment for us, right? Yeah. So now dp of 4. dp of 4 ka meaning is what? The answer for the first four numbers. 1, 2, 3, 4 guys. So what is one option? What is There are two options guys. There are two options. Let's discuss about the first option. We can include minus 8 in our subset. Okay guys, so what would be the answer if I include minus 8 in our subset? For the first four numbers now I am including minus 8. So the answer will be minus 8 plus, if I include minus 8, I cannot choose 5. Why? Because this will become adjacent. 5 is adjacent to minus 8. So I cannot choose 5. Cancel 5. So what is left? These first two numbers, guys. So the answer is minus 8 plus the best answer for first two elements. Got it, guys? Answer is minus 8 plus best answer for first two elements. Okay guys, so dp of 4 is nothing but what? Minus 8 plus answer of first two, best answer for first two elements. We have to ignore the 5. Why? Because 5 is adjacent to minus 8. That's not allowed guys. So what is the best answer for first two elements? It is dp of 2. We have already calculated. So the answer is minus 8 plus dp of 2. Okay guys, and minus 8 is what? A of 1, a of 2, a of 3. This array is a na. So if we check index wise, minus 8 is a of 4, a of 1, a of 2, a of 3, a of 4. So minus 8 is nothing but a of 4. So final answer will be a of 4 plus dp of 2. So guys, we have created a formula. Okay, dp of 4 is what? A of 4 plus dp of 2. Now you guys must be thinking that why did you include minus 8? What would happen if you don't include minus 8? So sure, let's discuss about that as well. Second option is you don't include minus 8 in your answer. If you don't include minus 8 in your answer, it means your answer is what? Just the first three elements, guys. If you ignore minus 8, the answer is nothing but what? Best answer for first three elements. Best answer for first three elements. And what is the best answer for first three elements, guys? It's nothing but dp of 3. We had already calculated that before. If you're watching the full video, you must know that. So if you ignore it, then what is left, guys? Just the three numbers. Common sense. So what is the best answer of the three numbers? It's dp of 3. So you guys must be thinking that we have two options. One is what? A of 4 plus dp of 2, and one is dp of 3. Which one to choose? It's obvious guys. The question was maximum sum. तो इन दोनों में से जो बड़ा होगा उसको choose करेंगे ना. So we will take maximum of both these choices. Okay. We have two choices guys. Okay. So what we will do is take maximum of both these choices. So finally dp of 4 is what? It is maximum of dp of 3 and a of 4 plus dp of 2. Just take maximum of these two choices. We have two choices. We are taking the maximum because we want the maximum sum. Okay guys, so if I replace 4 by I, the general formula will be what? 4 को I से replace कर लो. So if we replace 4 by I, what will we get? dp of I is maximum of dp of I minus 1 comma a of 4, replace it by I, a of I plus dp of I minus 2. So guys, the general formula has been created. Now the next step is what, guys? Okay, we will discuss next step a bit later on, but general formula has been created. Let's write it as gf. So okay, so dp, we have the general formula of dp. Okay, once we have the general formula, we can calculate all the values from dp of 1 till dp of n, and our final answer will be what? Obviously dp of n, guys, because dp of n gives us the best answer for the array if the size of array was n. Got it, guys? till the last तक तो जाना ही पड़ेगा ना. That's why. So let's try to calculate dp of phi now. Okay, this is just an exercise. Okay, you don't need to, but let's do it for better understanding. So if we try to discuss about dp of phi, what was our array? 2 minus 3 5 minus 8 7. So one option is what, guys? That I take 7. If I take 7, I cannot take minus 8. So what will be the answer? 7 plus best answer of first three elements. What is the answer? 7 plus answer. One option is 7 plus best answer of first three elements. Matlab dp of 3. And 7 is what? A of 5. So final answer is A of 5 plus dp of 3. And see, this is also following our formula. So the first option which we have is, just let me write it here, A of 5 plus dp of 3. You can see that this is following the same pattern as given in above formula and in dp of 4 as well. And other option, we will take the maximum of both the options, guys. Okay, the other option is what? If I ignore the fifth element, in the last option I was including 7. Now let's just ignore this. Say I am not including 7, then the answer is what? The best answer of first four elements. The best answer of first four elements is what? It's dp of 4, guys, and we already know the value of dp of 4. Such a nice time to live. So if we ignore numbers, if we ignore the fifth element, which is 7, then the answer is nothing but the best answer of first four elements, guys. So first four elements ka best answer is what? It's dp of 4. So the other option which we have is dp of 4. So that's why the final formula is what? dp of I is max of dp of I minus 1 a of I plus dp of I minus 2. So guys, I hope this thing is clear. And now focusing on the last step. Focusing on the last step, it is now use a for loop. Okay, calculate dp1 से लेके dp of n using a loop and the general formula. So we'll run a for loop and calculate all these values, guys, now. Okay, and we will be done. dp of n will be our final answer for the problem. So like, if you guys see, just do some basic observation. What will be the best answer for this full question? 2 minus 3 5 minus 8 and 7. We can use some common sense here and get the answer just by observation. 2 minus 3 5. Okay, what was, okay, yeah, minus 8 and 7. So what will be the best answer if you want to find the maximum sum without any adjacent elements? Obviously it is 2 plus 5 plus 7. So just to recheck our answer, the final answer should be what we now know. Okay, guys, it should be 14. Yes, I guess it should be 14, and yeah, it should be 14. So let's start our implementation. So see, I have already written the values. This is the size of array n. I have taken the input of the array as n. Then I'm taking the size. Okay, the size of the array is n. Then I'm taking input of the array in array, and I'm using the coding language C++. Okay, tippedf. I am fond of using long int ll. That's why. You guys can use int as well. Okay, no issues. So we input an integer and then we declare an array and we take input array element. Okay, guys. Now the most, what is the first step? Just declare the dp array. Okay, I have a dp array and we want it empty. So let all the values be 0. What is the value of dp of 1, guys? It is a of 1. And if the first number is negative, then what will we do? Then what will we do, guys? Then what will we do? Then the answer will obviously be 0, guys. Okay, so max of a of 1 comma kk. Kk is nothing but 0. See, what I am trying to explain now is that in this case, say you take this case. This is a very special case of the problem. Minus 1, minus 2, minus 3, minus 4, minus 5. Now what will be the answer? Now what is the maximum sum subset such that no two elements are empty? Answer is what? You know, guys? It is an empty subset, guys. You take no elements because all are negative. So the answer is 0. In this case, dp of 1 will be 0. It will not be minus 1, guys. Okay, that's why here while writing dp of 1, I am taking maximum of first element and 0, guys. Okay, now if I talk about dp of 2, What choices do we have? We have very limited choices. Okay, one thing which I can do is I can take second element, or I can take first element, guys. Okay, I cannot take a of 1 plus a of 2 because they both will become adjacent. The third option is that I can ignore both the elements and take a 0, guys. So yeah, we have to find the max of these three numbers. So max ke andar I put one more max. Yeah. So I hope it is pretty clear how I am calculating dp of 1 and dp of 2. Now quickly let's get down to business and start calculate running our loop from 3 till n. The time complexity will be O of n because I'm running a for loop from 3 to n. So time complexity will be O of n time, and the space complexity will also be O of n. Okay, guys, because I'm using a dp array as extra and its size is n. So the space complexity will also be yeah, just a second. So the space complexity will also be O of n. Let's run a while loop, guys. So running the while loop. Now the thing is we have to use the formula. What is our formula for dp of I? dp of I is max of dp of I minus 1, okay, comma a of I plus dp of I minus 2. So dp of I is nothing but what? Max of dp of I minus 1, comma a of I plus dp of I minus 2. So this is done. And the final answer is what? Uh, dp of n. Okay. We can run. Surely there will be some issues. Okay, yeah. No need to. Yeah, I already checked it up. Okay, bad. Some issues with the compiler. No, no problem. We will check up once again. Let me copy paste my code here. Also need to copy paste the input. Yeah, so okay. Instead of 0, I need to write kk here. The value of kk is 0, but they want it as long, long end. Yeah. So guys, final answer is 14. Okay, guys, and we discussed it here as well. What should be the final answer? 2 plus 5 plus 7, which is what? 14, guys. So our part 2 of this session is done, and all the links which are important, like the link to my written tutorials of dynamic programming. In this tutorial, I have discussed this part 2 only. Okay, I had already published it here. It has like more than 50,000 views as of now. So I had already published it here, and you guys can go and check out. And also the further parts are also there. So I will mention this link, and I will also mention the code link and the input output link, guys. Okay. So yeah, this is our part 2 of dynamic programming series, and make sure you guys subscribe. So this YouTube thing, you guys keep on getting the updates on dynamic programming, and I am going to make 50 to 60 videos more on this topic. And in the third part, I will again try to bring a problem which is kinda new. And the main thing always remember is that we will be focusing on the thinking skills, guys. Okay, how to get to the solution. Okay, because solution is not important, but knowing how to reach the solution and the process and the steps and the learning through that journey, that is the most important thing, guys. So I hope you guys have a great day. Bye. We will see you guys in the next video.